Hi everyone, this is Angel Remy here, and I'm back with a three-part series, and this is part one. It's called Reptilian Life, and it's my telepathic communication with Grindal, and I wrote it all down and I put it in note form so I could share this with everyone, whoever is interested in it. And Grindal is a Zespod humanoid reptilian man. So the name of his civilization is Zespod. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but we'll get into it and find out more about the Zespod reptilian. So here we go. I'm just getting over a cold, so bear with me here. I have a bit of congestion, but I'm almost healthy again. So yeah. So here we go. So this is a telepathic question and answer with Grindal that I did. So I asked him, what does Zespod mean? And he answered, in reptilian language, it means the honorable reptilians. It is a word that we use for our civilization of people. And then I had asked, what is life like on Zespod reptilian planet? And he had said, it is wonderful. There are very many activities we are involved in and all kinds of work that we are a part of. What kind of food do you like to eat? And then he had said, we love different kinds of meats and fruits and vegetables. And the next question I had asked was, do you drive vehicles on your world, Grindal? And he had said, we have hovercraft-like shuttles that travel in mid-air for when we need to travel. We use a type of electricity to power these vehicles. They are in harmoniousness with our world and it maintains the health of the planet rather than working against it. The way gas-powered vehicles, rather than working against it, the way that gas-powered vehicles do to the earth. They sort of work against the earth and they cause a lot of pollution and things of that nature. He says that his vehicles are planet-friendly and clean energy. Do you like to cook and flavor the foods that you eat, or do you like to eat food in its raw form? And then he had said, we like to eat food in its raw form. We get more nutrients that way. How many people reside on the Zespod planet? And then he had said, there are very many millions of people living there at this time. Are there any people on reptilian worlds that have come from different places in the universe and have settled on reptilian worlds? And then Grindal said, there are some but are fewer in number. Even though there are not as many of them, they are still treated as part of the civilization. Do the reptilians like to mix with other kinds of people romantically and have families with them? And then he had said, yes, we have very many hybrid programs where we create a genetic connection with people from different parts of the universe. There are very many romantic connections as well. And on to the next one. Grindal, what are some of the values that have been instilled into you from a young age? One of my values is to love people who truly appreciate love, to be caring and helpful, and to continue working with others to grow and evolve and advance more. I believe in constant evolution, continuously moving forwards and expanding oneself by being loving, supportive, and helpful. Grindal, what was your childhood like? And then he answered, it was very beautiful. I had lots of time to play and grow and learn. When I was a toddler, I started to be taught by teachers of our civilization. I knew how to speak as soon as I was born. How were you born, Grindal? In the traditional way or through the birthing chamber process? And then he had answered, I grew in the traditional way, in the womb of my mother. And then, do you have any children that were born from the womb? And he had said, yes, I have some children that were born from my wife's womb, and I have very many hybrid children that are born from the birthing chambers, the birthing pods that they use. And then I had asked, what is galactic travel like for the Zespod reptilians? We travel at light speed. Our starships are very advanced. We like to travel for work, to visit loved ones, and to vacation on different worlds in the universe. As a civilization, do you like art, song, and dance? And then he had said, yes, we do. We love to make merry and enjoy ourselves during parties. Some of us sing and dance during parties and special events. Question. What is government like on the Zespod reptilian world? They are very good. They listen to the people's problems and suggestions. They do things very quickly. Whenever there is a problem, they resolve it really fast. They are very different than the Earth governments that continue with broken promises and things of that nature. The reptilian governments are very just. They treat everyone equally, including the children. Does the Zespod reptilian world have a money system? And then he had answered, no, we do not have a monetary system. Everything that we need in order to live comfortably is given equally and freely to the civilization. Grindal, would you like to add a message before we sign out of this session? And then Grindal had said, yes, I would just like to say that I'm very excited for humanity. There are very many of them that we are truly proud of, like for yourself, for example. We are very happy to be part of Earth's evolution. We hope to never let anyone down. We are here for you no matter what problems you may be facing. You can call on us out loud and we will make a psychic connection and help you. Grindal says that's all he has for now. And so thank you so much, Grindal, for that wonderful session. Thanks to everyone that tuned in, and many blessings to all of you. Thank you for the support. It means a lot. And, well, actually, that's not the end of the video. I have more that I wanted to share. This is a 3-part series, so for a minute there, I thought I was going to end the video. But, yes, this is the second part of reptilian life with Grindal. So this is part 2. And then, so here we go. What kind of clothing do the Zespod reptilians like to wear? And then he answered, we like to wear clothing that is looser and not so form-fitting. Some of the colors we like wearing are black, white, and other colors of the rainbow. Sometimes there is a kind of embroidery on our clothing in reptilian design. Is there a fashion culture on your world? Do any of the men or women wear fashionable clothing? And then he answered, no, we don't have that on our world, but sometimes women and men like to dress up more during special occasions. They like to pay attention to their looks a bit more when they're getting ready to go to a party or special event. And then I had asked, what do the children like to wear? They wear similar clothing to what the adults wear. Theirs is just in miniature form, so their clothing is very similar to the adults, just in miniature form. What kind of footwear do the Zespod reptilians like to wear? We like to wear boots. They are very fitted to the legs and feet, and sometimes we wear shorter shoes. They like to wear shorter shoes that aren't as long as boots. What is family life like on the Zespod reptilian world? We stay with our families for a while as children, and then when we reach a certain age, like for example young adulthood, we leave our home to have our own home. Sometimes young adults on our world want to live with their parents for a longer time. Some of them want to stay with them all throughout life, and that is totally okay. When a Zespod reptilian gets older, does he or she ever like to go on dates? Is this something common among the reptilians? And then Grindal had said, yes, that is common. When Zespod reptilians date, they usually love to go to places of nature on our world. Nothing beats nature. Do Zespod reptilians choose their husband or wife through dating? And the answer was yes, that he had answered. Do Zespod reptilians believe in monogamy or polygamy? And then he had answered, we have a bit of both on our world. Some people on our world are monogamous and some are polygamous. Is it okay for a woman to be polygamous on your world? And then he had answered, yes, that's okay. There are no clear-cut rules about those things because love lives are very personal and private. So there are no rules about it. Do you have religion on your world? And he answered, no, we do not, but we have some values and principles that we as a collective believe in. Question, do you have restaurants on your home world? And then he said, no, we don't have restaurants. We like to prepare food ourselves. And what are some of the recreational activities that reptilians on your world like? He said, we love all kinds of things like going to the ocean for a swim, foraging in the forest and woods, and hiking. We also have certain kinds of exercises that we do as well to keep fit and healthy. We sometimes have recreational events for families and individuals where we sign up for games and other activities like making artwork, etc. Those kinds of things. How big of a role does technology play on the Zespod world? It plays a huge, integral, and important role on our world. Everything from harvesting large crops and gathering fresh food, all the way to designing and erecting buildings and homes, technology helps us to live with more ease and comfort. Our technologies provide everything for us in order to live happier and more comfortable lives. Question: if we as humans got to see the Zespod reptilian technologies in action on your world, would our jaws drop in amazement and shock? And he answered, yes, our technologies are very advanced. They are very different than earthly technology. It would probably cause shock and surprise and awe and amazement to see our technologies in action. Is there law on your world? Yes, there are some laws to abide by, and if someone breaks a law, they have to face the government officials and can end up being punished. Some of the punishments given can be having to take up community service work, and sometimes the punished has to go and be rehabilitated. Some of the more severe punishments are having to leave the planet and be put in prison elsewhere in the universe. But this hasn't happened in a very long time. In our most recent times, we as a society and civilization never break the laws. We understand the repercussions, so we understand to abide by the laws, because we know it creates a more harmonious and happier planet. If you could describe the reptilian persona in a few words, could you do that, Grindal? And then he had said, yes, I can. I would say dedicated, honorable, friendly, confident, wise, expansive, humorous, and loving with great inner strength. And that's the end of that one, of that telepathic communication that I had. And then there's the last one here. And this was a telepathic communication with Grindal again, and I asked him some different questions. So this is a third part. And my first question is, what are some of the roles that the reptilians play when it comes to helping the Earth? And this is what he had said, this is what he had answered. Some of them work with the government. They speak with them about how they can help the Earth. Some of them become a part of the military and police force. Some of them bring new technologies to the Earth. Some of them work among the people as doctors, scientists, and engineers. They are also helping to make open contact happen sooner. Some of them stay aboard the motherships that are above the Earth, and they work alongside many different beings to improve and help life on Earth. Are there some differences between reptilians such as positive and negative? And then he said, yes, there are. The negative ones are very few in number. There are much more positive and loving reptilians in the universe and on Earth. Can you speak to us about your reptilian genetics? And then Grindal had said, we are related closely to certain reptiles of the universe, not so much of the Earth. Our genetic connection to the reptiles on Earth is not so strong. Some of our genetics are from the dinosaurs, the ones of the universe, not the dinosaurs of the Earth. Are some of the dinosaurs still around is a question that I had asked, and he had said, yes, there are some dinosaurs still living. They have whole worlds to themselves. You can call them dinosaur planets. They are not easy for humanoid extraterrestrial beings to handle, so they have whole planets to themselves to live on and flourish and thrive. And then so the next part of this was Grindal and other reptilians are working with the military. They speak with the military governments and develop solutions to certain worldly problems without having to go to war or battle. There are very many millions of reptilians that are peaceful. They are not a warring civilization. They should never be called monsters or demons. This is simply not true. Once you understand them better, then you can easily dispel fears and misconceptions. Allow your mind to open up more, to become more enlightened, because knowledge and understanding is powerful. And so that is the last part of the 3-part series. We flew through it quite fast, but I like to keep my videos short and sweet. So yeah, that's all for that video for now. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the channel and listening to the videos. I hope that it really piques your interests and gives food for thought. And thank you so much, and so many blessings to you all. Thank you. I'll see you again soon. I have some more videos coming up that I'm posting.